Good morning, almost afternoon, everyone. Um, we are back again. I know it's been a little over but like 3 months, I think it's been since we last did a podcast. Um, and what I noticed is we haven't really had any information, mostly because Disney hasn't really done any um, real news. Uh, they did break the 50th stuff a couple of days ago. I mean, a couple of months ago. But that was small, and I put that on my YouTube show. So I really didn't have anything to go with. So let's get down to business as we are waiting for our my co-host. She is now live in the studio. Autumn, you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, it took me a minute to get online. I just took a bite of my salad.
Oh, that's fine. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. I just have to adjust some things. See if I
Okie doke.
can. All right. I'm trying to adjust my um, speaker because it seems like I'm having some difficulties. But we were discussing that Trader Sam. Well, I was actually discussing that we haven't been doing a lot of podcasts because Disney really hasn't come out with any real breaking news. They've been keeping a lot of things hush hush, so that's why it's been about 3 months since we've actually done anything.
Yeah, that, and I had surgery and I was out for a while, so it's been a bit.
Yeah, and yeah, that's right. You had surgery, and we had to find out how to make sure that we have, a show. So that was our problem. Unfortunately,
Yes.
it took us a while, but we did it. So,
Yep, indeed we did.
and you're doing fine now?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm pretty much 100%, not a whole lot of residual side effects.
That's good. At least you're doing better. Um, would you like to start off with any news from your job, any discounts that you could do or anything like that while I still fix my speaker?
Yeah, currently Walt Disney World has the get two free day tickets with the purchase of a 3-day ticket. That will be ending soon, as well as their up to 30% off room offer that will be also ending soon. Uh, if you want to book it, you can email me at autumn@majesticmemoriestravel.com or find me on Facebook at autumnmmtv.
All right.
But yeah, I just booked your sister.
Yes, I know. She was telling me that she is happy. She got what she wanted. It was. I'll give you a little story. We were at Epcot, me and my wife, and we were at the Flower and Garden concert the other night.
Yeah.
And I go into my account because as an annual pass holder, we're only allowed 3 days. And I'm thinking to
Hmm.
myself, okay, who has 4 days on our account? Who just made one person, one guest, 4 days? And I'm like, someone
That
hacked
was
our
me.
account. And I was like, I was about to delete their days. And
Yeah.
my wife says, no, don't do that. It's your sister. I was like,
Whoops.
I said, why? How does my sister have my account? Not realizing that the last time she was here, we combined
Linked your
it.
accounts together.
So whatever her count is, she'll go on my account as well. So whatever she makes goes on my account.
Yes, I actually have my account linked with one of my friends, and so I could help her with her planning. And I went and I was trying to do my own things for my trip in July, and I was like, but why do I have a 6-day ticket for June? I didn't buy that. And then I realized it was my friend Amy's,
Right.
that she was still on my account. So, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing. Um, I actually just took off the mic. You can still hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, I took the mic off. Apparently my mic's not working too well, so I'm just gonna leave the headset on. Um, but yeah, so I was gonna delete her, and I'm like, thank God I didn't because my wife literally called her and told her that I was about to delete her. I was like, way to go! Now we're in a, me and my wife, or we're not in a fight, but me and my sister are in a fight because she's like, did you forget I was coming? I've been bugging the heck out of you. So, we got a message from No Sleep. It says, is criticism of Disney welcome? Their politics and gestures have driven me away, specifically their deep ties to the oppressive regime that is the people of Republic China. We do like criticism. We're not, we don't, what do you call it? We have some, me and Autumn have
We
some
don't
views.
discriminate.
We don't discriminate. We have our views about the CEO, Bob Chapek. Um, some things that I can't say on air because of I am still technically a furloughed cast member, so I technically can't say half the stuff. But I do have my own political views of that. Um, so I
As
agree.
well as we're, about Disney and traveling, and we're not so much about politics, and this isn't the platform to voice those opinions.
Right. Um, I mean, I will agree with you on this one. I will agree. About what you're talking about the China. I have been a heavy advocate about this one. That Disney is pandering to China a lot, and China, like that Mulan movie. Um,
Hmm.
Disney pandered to China, and that Mulan movie was probably god awful. I did not like it.
Yeah, I
China
understand the
was the
culturally
reason
offensive.
why it was that final product was because of China. And if Disney had just done what they originally wanted, um, things would have been better. And same thing goes with WandaVision. The ending of WandaVision was supposed to have a devil character
Huh.
for yeah, and for many of you who are Marvel fans, um, there are some things about Marvel that can't be posted over at China, which is
And
why,
yes, blockchain Marvel is owned by Disney.
yes. So what I found out was they had to change the ending, which is why they kept Agatha as the main villain. For the
Hmm.
show. It was actually supposed to be right after, it was supposed to be Agatha battle, and then right after that, there was supposed to be another villain involved, but they had to cancel it because in the Chinese culture, you
That's
cannot
why it's
put,
so abrupt.
yes, you cannot put the devil on any TV show, and they will not
Hmm.
air it. So that is why. And also, they won't air Winnie the Pooh either. Winnie the Pooh is also banned from China as well
Hard eye roll there.
because of the meme that went around about their um, president, because he looks so much like Winnie the Pooh.
Well, that's.
So I will say this: I do have very strong feelings about why does Disney should not be pandering to China, but they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They make all
Hmm.
their money over at China, so obviously we have no say on what can be done. And it's
But
sad.
it's not just China.
No,
The
it's
Middle
not.
East as well. They're doing a lot more to make things less culturally offensive for all nationalities.
Well, speaking of the the culture that we're talking about, that they're trying to, the new key is inclusion, which I have no problem with. I have no problem with them adding a fifth key um, of inclusion. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I'm having now is on Easter we went to Magic Kingdom and we went on Jungle Cruise and it was great. The jokes were awesome. I think the skipper Rose, she wrote her own lines It was great. The mic was going in and out, but she was making Frozen jokes and all that. But what really got me was her Trader Sam jokes at the end. She actually did a lot different ones than the ones the other skippers would do, and I have that on my YouTube show.
Uh-huh.
Now, the next morning, I didn't realize that was going to be the last time we were going to see Trader Sam. No one knew because the next morning, Trader Sam was taken off the ride. Trader Sam is no longer on the ride anymore. And a couple other scenes were missing from the ride because of the new storyline that's going to make it more inclusive because of it is inappropriate to indigenous people. Now, I have never heard anybody complain about the Jungle Cruise. I think it's just Disney trying to appease to, like I said, we'll just say they're appeasing to their political party.
The
We
cancel culture.
Yes, I understand who they are basically appeasing. I know that Bob Chapek is a huge um, Democrat, but that is as far as I'm going to go with that. And because if I go any further, it will get too political, and I don't want to talk about the president and all that other stuff because that will just get me in trouble.
Exactly. And I agree, blockchain. Cancel culture does need to be canceled.
Yes, it does.
Everybody's getting very, very sensitive about non-issues.
Oh, there are so many things about Disney that is upsetting because not only are they changing the Jungle Cruise so quickly, um, people have been freaking out because Disney had made the announcement that they're going to be doing some renovations this summer on the Splash Mountain roof. And people are like, oh no, this is it. This is over. Which is why Splash Mountain, when it first opened, was always, about 30, 40 minutes. Now, I know it's also getting hotter out there, but
Hmm.
the ride times have gone up to 90. I think it was 125 on Easter.
Oh, wow. And
And
Easter Sunday is typically very, very busy.
it is, but I've been there on a holiday before too, and it's never
Hmm.
been that bad. So it was more of people have been freaking out that that renovation for the roof has to do with them shutting down the ride, but that is not true. They are not shutting down the
Hmm.
ride. They're just updating the roof because it has
Yeah.
to do with refurbishment anyway.
Hmm.
Because they didn't do it during the pandemic when it was closed.
It has to maintain the safety of the ride, the safety and integrity of the ride to make it to where it doesn't get closed down by OSHA.
That I don't know how much I agree with that one, that it's key, the cancel culture is at the cash register. I guess it depends upon what you're buying. I always tend to look at the stuff. Disney doesn't always just buy from China, has stuff from China. They also have stuff from Indonesia. There are some American stuff. So that's what I look for when I'm in the park. So I will agree with that one. Um, we do have a stronghold with China, and we got back with them. We were actually doing pretty well. Um, we were actually doing. If you agree with me, I think we were doing well with this country because we were actually we were making things, we were keeping things here. But going along the lines of this cancel culture, if you go
Hmm.
to Paris, which was announced, I think 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Paris turned off the lights on one of their scenes from the Peter Pan. They got rid of the tiger lily in the Skull Island. She usually sits in there, so they turned off the lights completely. So now you can't
Oh,
see her.
wow. Well,
Um,
they removed her, didn't they, from Florida?
no, she is still on the Florida ride.
Okay.
So Tiger Lily, that scene, I don't know when they're going to do that one. I know that they already
Okay.
started overseas. That's
Yes.
that is already coming. I think they're doing it right now at Disneyland as well, which is why they've been so
Hmm.
close. And I know they've been doing a lot of construction and updating, something that Disney World should have been doing while they were closed. But that's another Bob Chapek miss and fail.
Yeah.
Um, But I think come April 30th, when Disneyland reopens, I think we are going to be seeing a lot of YouTubers like myself who will be seeing some things that are completely changed from when they
Ow!
last saw it open.
Yes, I agree. Lots will be changed. They've had plenty of time to work on things.
Yeah, and Gina, I agree. Black Jean, I agree. I'm hearing Lucasfilms wants to rehire her. So
Interesting.
yes, I heard Lucasfilm. I think it was 2 nights ago that said they want to rehire her. And that's
Hmm.
good. And I like that because I think they realized that they messed up. Um, Also, I think they already wrote the script for The Mandalorian season 3, and
Oh, wow.
I think she was heavily involved in that. And it wouldn't make sense for them to recast her. So, and I think if they recast her, a lot of fans would stop watching the show, and we all
Hmm.
know Disney's not going to want that because
Yeah.
how much money did they just make off The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda alone?
Oh, goodness. That's like a whole culture in itself now, is Baby Yoda.
Right. So they made tons of money. We get that Baby Yoda is not going to be in season 3, unfortunately. Um,
Boo.
yes, it is sad. There might be some cut scenes or something like that, but from what I'm hearing is it was supposed to be Mando and Gina's character.
Hmm.
Her name is escaping me for some reason. So if anybody has the name, please put it in the comments so I can remember. But it was supposed to be mainly those two, just like when the book of Boba Fett comes out, it's going to be those two. So what makes it pretty cool is that they were going to give her this big role compared to being involved every other episode or guest star, once in a
Cara
while.
Dune.
Cara Dune, thank you.
And
Uh,
no, I don't watch South Park. I never have.
yes, I have. I've seen the episodes. It's hilarious. Um, South Park and Disney have a hatred towards each other, but then again, South Park just goes after everybody. So no one is safe from South Park. Just like no one, just like also the other cancel culture is with rapper Eminem. They want to cancel him as well, but no one's safe from him either. So, and
Yeah,
we
it doesn't matter who you are. He's going to rag on you.
and that's the thing. I was like, I say to these people who want to cancel certain things of Disney, and I say to myself, I'm like, why? Because or why you want to cancel Eminem, or you're not asking to cancel South Park, which has been on just as long as Eminem's been around, and we grew up on it.
Hmm.
So that's what I understand is now is that they're putting these warning symbols in front of the offensive movies that they find that is offensive on Disney Plus. Like Peter Pan had a disclaimer. It was like 10, 12 seconds telling you about Disney does not condone what is involved in this movie with the indigenous people. I said, you don't condone it. You're the people who created it. So how can you not
Yes.
condone it?
Because they tried to use that it was a different mentality then.
All right. And that's what people don't understand. It was different times update. It doesn't mean you have to get rid of our history. You
And it's
think,
like slapping a warning on every single video on Disney Plus now because it could be offensive to some.
yeah, I agree. It is crazy, and I don't like that they do with cancel culture.
Agreed.
But
Speaking of canceling things,
yeah,
not to change the subject, but did you see where they're canceling masks for pictures? In
yes,
the, excuse me, I just got tongue tied. They are canceling the need to wear a mask for photos in the parks.
yes. I am actually going to Magic Kingdom later today. uh, purposely to see how it works, to see because they haven't really said anything about you could take the mask off with a professional photo photographer. People are wondering
Yes.
about that, so I plan to go to Disney and see if I could take my mask off when they're professionally taking my picture with my wife.
Hmm.
And the other reason we're going there is because they changed up the cavalcades yesterday.
Yes, Mulana and Moana
Yes,
joined.
they finally added it. It finally took them, and this goes back to the inclusive thing. It took them to
Hmm.
finally use that new key inclusive to bring Moana and Mulan to the parks
Well,
indefinitely.
excuse me, Mulan was always in the China Pavilion at Epcot.
I meant indefinitely now in Magic Kingdom,
Okay,
where
yes,
they would never meet.
yes.
They
We
basically said
have
that they
met
were there
Mulana.
for what was it? She was there for on vacation of a visit. Well, I hope it's
Yes,
not. I hope it's a long vacation.
yes.
But
Because
yeah,
we had seen her at Epcot a few times, and we've seen Moana at the Halloween party, but everybody loves Moana anymore, so
right,
it's a
and
great addition to the park.
right, and someone
Do you?
actually brought up why is there no Raya yet? I kindly commented and said the reason why Raya is not there, and Raya is. I love that movie, by the way. I know you haven't.
Yes.
I know you haven't seen it yet, right?
No,
Okay,
I won't pay $30 to watch a movie early. Sorry.
okay. So I saw that movie 3 times.
Uh-huh.
I loved it. I think Raya is going to be awesome when it comes. I think that they should do, for right now, I think Raya should show up at China when this pandemic is
Hmm.
over, and it should switch over with Mulan. So Mulan's out for a couple hours, then Raya's out for a couple hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. Whenever Mulan's taking a break to switch them out.
Plus, if they bring Raya out and the kids know about Raya, the problem with that is it's going to cause a huge scene where people are going to want to do meet and greets. Moana is not as big as she used to be because
Hmm.
I noticed that when you go to the stores now, it's still Frozen that gets sold out.
Yes,
No other princess gets sold out. It's Elsa and Anna.
mostly Elsa.
Yeah, mostly Elsa.
And touching on the mask skin, do you know if you are able to take your mask off to take like selfies or like take your own photos?
Yes.
Like if, okay, I wanted to make sure. I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure if like my kids could take their masks off so I could take their own picture.
Yes, going back. So if you're going to take the picture, you keep your mask on, but the kids can have their mask off, but you got to
Yes.
make sure no one else is around you.
Okay.
That was what it was mainly about, which is why a lot of people are asking, hey, are we going to be able to do it professional pictures as well?
Hmm.
Which,
Well, I had seen actually a couple weeks ago
yes, Autumn?
that there. Did you lose me?
Yeah, I lost you for a minute.
Okay, what I was saying was a few weeks ago, I have seen in some of the Disney forums I follow that people were saying their uh, Disney photographers were actually letting them remove their mask for some of the Disney Photo Pass pictures within the last like 2 to 3 weeks just to take a picture and put it right back on as long as there was social distancing.
Some were, which is why
Some, not many, but yeah.
if you go on Disney Careers, there was well, not Disney Careers, Indeed.com.
Uh-huh.
Indeed.com had a post out for photo pass photographers needed. My fear is that they got caught doing that and they got reprimanded
Oh,
since
I
they're
just
not.
figured they just had a need for more of them now that it's
It
getting
might
close
be,
to.
but there are a couple of people who I've noticed that I know who are in the park, and I know they're
Uh-huh.
regulars. They're not there no more, and I know that they did allow some
Oh
people to
no.
do the masks.
Hmm. I would love to be a
The
Disney
audio that I
photographer.
just got an alert that they did change. the audio. So now the audio at all the
Yes.
parks do say and reflect that you may take off your mask um, and be able to do it social distancing with the covers off.
hmm
So that's
I know the mask reminder stickers are also removed from the photo spots in Epcot for sure.
well, this is a good thing because they're taking little step by step. And
hmm
I believe I told you the other day is in June, Disney will be in talks with Orange County and Osceola about
Uh-huh.
removing the masks.
Yes, I saw that right after I just made about 90 masks for my family's trip.
Right, and that's what you told me. You said I made all these masks, and if they get rid of them, what am I supposed to do?
Oh well,
So
that's not a bad problem to have.
no, it's not. But if in June, we're just little less than 2 months away,
hmm
I could see them agreeing, but I could see them holding off until August.
No.
I could see
Well, I
that.
saw that, they could be having some changes, starting around the first, excuse me on hiccups, right around the 1st of July that, they could be seeing some relaxation. Not definite, but that is what I have seen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to relax, maybe get, because I know at Disneyland, Disney World didn't do this, but
Uh-huh.
Disneyland announced that they will be doing it. They will be doing, um, if some people, because if they can't wear a mask, they don't want to, they've been dealing with it a lot over here at Disney World where if
Uh-huh.
certain people with autism can't wear it or people who physically have a doctor's note, they
Uh-huh.
will make an exception. Um, I know they are not allowed to check medical history. Um,
hmm
I don't know how that's going to work out for
You have to
Disneyland.
go to guest services and explain your issue. You don't have to tell them what it is, but you need to explain, kind of with the DAS pass, I'm assuming, that you
Yeah,
just explain, hey, I get this, and this symptom. It, requires me to be able to not have my face completely covered all the time.
right. And it's mostly towards a lot of autistic people.
Yeah, well,
Being this
sensory
is the month.
issues.
This is Autism Awareness Month, everyone. Just giving you all a heads up. This
Yes.
is the month of those who have autism, for them to be awareness. Um, I have family members who all have autism, so it is something that I am very. Uh, it's dear to my heart.
Yes.
So it's them who really can't really wear the mask. And I noticed
Oh,
it the other
yeah.
night. I noticed it the other night with one of the kids we saw at Epcot. He was good. He was a good kid. He was probably in his teens, but he was definitely you could definitely tell he was autistic. But he was really
hmm
good. He kept it on. Um, and then I saw him again. Then he was fussing a little bit, but that was about an hour and a half later. So it is tough for them, and I completely understand. And I think that's where Disney needs to change the rules is for autistic kids.
Yes. They need to have some inclusion there.
Right, and you just nailed it on the head. You're saying inclusion. What does
hmm
that actually mean? Are you just saying because of someone's skin color? Or are you going to actually tell me that, okay, we're going to include everyone that includes anybody with a disability and we're going to make them happy? Because if you're just going to tell me that the inclusion is because of someone's skin color, then you really aren't including everyone.
Yes. Agreed.
Because, yes, I get that what's going on in the world with that situation. But you're also forgetting there are other people with disabilities that you're excluding because you want everyone to be wearing a mask. I get it. You want us to wear a mask. But there are physically people who can't. And you can't tell them, like that rapper, when was
Yes.
there, I think it was nephew. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think it was his nephew. Um, he caused a huge hissy fit, and it was big news that It was all over the radios here in Florida about it, and
Yes.
just for them to tell him,
I
sorry,
actually get the
you need to
Orlando
leave.
I actually get the Orlando Centennial like updates in my email, so
Yeah, so they told him and his family, sorry, you're gonna have to leave if he can't wear a mask. I said,
yeah.
you know what? That's wrong. I can't. Uh, it makes me tongue tied because I I know that the rules are at Disney, but sometimes rules have to be broken for certain people,
hmm
and it just upsets me.
And it's just not just autism either. There's some people who just can't with, certain medical conditions. Some people could have issues with domestic abuse in their past and can't handle things touching their face, or, they get panic attacks from it.
Right.
So there
And
has to be some
and
inclusion.
that's where they'll tell them, sorry, you don't come then. Wait till the pandemic's over.
Yeah.
But problem is,
But when's
when
that going to happen?
when is it going to happen? Are you going to tell them that, hey, come back, but then that by the time they can come back, it's another like 5, 6 years?
Yeah.
By then,
And then
Disney's
the moment's over.
well, yeah, but by then Disney is going to have their prices so high that no one's going to be able to get in.
Yeah, I also think that's a little bit of a way to keep people from being included,
Right. I
that
mean,
only certain people will be able to afford to go to Disney.
yeah, I when we were able to renew our annual pass, and we had to go down to a lower tier, we were like, okay,
hmm
well, we're only saving now $20. That's all we were able to save.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did you
shit,
have to go to a lower tier then?
yeah, they were not doing the
The
plus, the
gold?
premium plus.
Okay, yeah.
So I actually asked them because I said, look, we had premium plus. Why can't we get it back now that the one of the water parks is open? Why can't we get it back? They said, unfortunately, right now, Premium Plus is still not returned, so we would have to
hmm
pay individual tickets to get into the park. And I said, I'm not paying $109 just to go to a water park for about like 3, 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, and
I
that's
am still bummed that I
$218.
can't even buy it.
Right. So, and just to stick a needle in that haystack, um, the competitor down the road, Universal, decided to open up annual passes as of today. They are
Oh,
doing,
I know it.
yep, they are opening up more annual passes. They actually created a new annual pass system that gets more people to go, and they even made a joke that said, thank you for the pass holders we have. Oh, and thank you for the new ones we're about to be getting from across the road. Because they know that people are going to jump ship immediately because Disney's not selling annual passes. So,
I know. But in the same sense, Universal has reached capacity for the eighth straight day. I have
yes.
seen pictures of people standing outside in basically like a mob type setting, you know, trying to get in the park at 6:30 in the morning, waiting for to be able to be one of the chosen ones.
Oh, yeah. I when I take my wife to work at 5:30 in the morning, and
Uh-huh.
I think to myself, because we take the highway, we're only 2 exits away
Yes.
from the Universal um, exit. We could take the
Yeah.
other. There's another way around to Universal from our house because we're literally right across from it. But if you take the highway, it's like 2 exits. Um,
Yes.
but we see everyone at 5:30 in the morning get off and jump off on to the Universal exit. I'm like, tell me those are workers because there's no way that those are people sitting there. Eventually, I find out that there are people who take pictures, them sitting at the gates at 5:30 in the morning.
Yes. It's crazy.
Oh, it's
Honestly, I don't know
insane.
that I want to go anywhere that bad. But,
No,
whenever Hollywood Studios opened up the Star Wars land, people were sitting outside the park at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I was one of those. I had to.
I figured you were. I was in Indiana. We saw the back end of the line there.
Yeah, but oh, I really enjoyed this new Disney news I just saw.
Hmm.
You could book going on the lines of our taking your mask off while taking
Yes.
pictures. Private Disney PhotoPass sessions at Cinderella Castle you can now book through your My Disney experience.
Yes, I sent that to you a little while ago.
Oh, you
Uh,
did.
yes, I did.
I
Um,
I might have to jump
like
on this because
like
I
half
did
an hour
not
ago.
get any engagement photos with me and my wife.
Oh
Uh,
wow,
uh,
really?
yeah, we didn't get any photos or anything like that. Even our
The
video,
photographer in me is crying for you.
we had a photographer film it, and then it got taken down by Facebook.
They didn't even keep a hard copy?
No, I don't have a hard copy no more because it was on my old phone,
Oh,
and the old phone's gone.
was it? Okay. Did Facebook remove it because of the music?
I believe that's what it was for.
That's what I figured. They're good at that.
So that is officially gone. So I might have to jump on this, and we might have to take some engagement photos privately that we didn't do.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. That's pretty
I have
cool.
always wanted to do the like $3,000 bridal package where they get you up at like 2 o'clock in the morning in the park. Like I've been married for almost 12 years and I still want to get up and, do the whole bridal experience. Just the wedding package. I don't want to do the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
Or just a photo package.
That's probably what that. It's a 20 minutes it says. So you get 20 minutes
Yeah.
to do photos around the castle. Um, I don't know what else entails in that because if it's just all
It
around the castle,
said it's around the castle. You cannot wear wedding type attire.
right?
Yeah, like they have some rules like on the website by saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know. There are some limited same day reservations that you can do. You can inquire at the Disney PhotoPass Center at the Town Square Theater or check online at My Disney Experience. Um, Obviously, the digital downloads are prints and digital downloads are not included with the price of Capture Your Moment session.
Oh, I gotta find out how
So
much.
do you have
Do you have does that has the prices on there, or is that just going
If
to
you
be?
have the memory maker,
I do.
you can download the photos taken with Capture Your Moment at no extra cost. So if you do this, you're just paying for their time and talent. You're not paying for your pictures. So you have to have that in conjunction with the My Disney or the Photo Pass or the Memory Maker, as
But it doesn't
some
tell
people
you
refer
how
to it
much it
as.
is for their time.
It's $50 for the session,
Okay,
$50 for
$50.
the 20-minute session.
That
It's only available during regular park hours, so there's no before or after.
that
Um,
that's not.
Full payment is due at time of booking. Those who wish to capture with a photographer for longer than 20 minutes can book an additional 20-minute session. So you can stack back-to-back 20-minute sessions if you want 40 minutes at $100.
That's not bad. I won't to get professional pictures and maybe with that second 20 minutes, maybe they'll even go other places around the park.
Well, it could, they do have some of the ones at that you can do at the now my train of thought just crashed. At the train station on Main Street, there's a few different photo spots around there where you can do the $50 family package
Right. I did
too.
see
So
that.
this is just the castle. So maybe you can book one of those and book a castle session.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, with that being put out with the whole um
Obviously maximum party size is 8 people per session, and obviously you have to have a theme park admission.
right. See, I like that now that they're doing private bookings now again, especially
Yes.
with the castle. It is now officially
Uh-huh.
added the second top turret, um, the new ribbons going around the castle now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you saw it.
I did. They've got 2 of the turrets done now.
Yes, they're doing the back area first, before they get to the front. So I'm
Uh-huh.
going to say that the castle is going to be 100% finished I'm going to say by, let's see, what's next month? May? So I would probably say by the end of May, beginning of June, it'll be officially done.
Hmm. I figured it'd be done by the time that we go.
But I think the stage is taking a little bit longer. If you
Yes,
saw the last episode of my YouTube show, the stage
I did.
was still in pieces. So, and I was explaining on Easter, it's being
Hmm.
waterproofed and it's being fireproofed. My feeling
Waterproof,
is,
fireproof, and I heard it was also being heated
yes,
so that
it's going to
in
be
the colder
heated.
months,
So,
performers will be comfortable
right on those cold Florida nights.
because it gets so cold.
On the
But, for the Disney like Christmas special, those performers aren't wearing a whole lot, so they
right,
probably do get cold.
but what I was explaining was the fireproof is not only for the fire pyro that they have. The fireproof
Hmm.
also includes the fireworks,
I figured that.
but they
I
want it done
One
before
time
the
whenever we
50th.
were there, a firework ignited near the castle.
Well, they don't ignite near the castle, but it depends upon where the rocket explodes. If
It
that's,
was a fallout from it.
but you're also forgetting that they do shoot um, the firework, like rainbow, like the wave kind of like ones. They
Uh-huh.
shoot that on the castle.
Yes.
So that's probably what it's for, is that stuff goes flying onto the stage. At least it's fireproof. But they want it done before the 50th, which makes me
Hmm.
believe they're going to have fireworks.
Fireworks, stage shows, all the things that are missing right now.
And I think that's a good thing. The reason they're going to keep the park reservations, obviously.
Yes, I
At,
heard that's going to transfer all the way through 2022 for sure.
yes, I heard they might extend it as far as 2023.
Yes.
Um, so that would allow them to make more shows and
Hmm.
allow them to do the fireworks show with the social distancing, if the social distancing is still involved by the 50th, depending upon where we are with everyone being vaccinated. Since
Yes.
me and Megan are going to be getting vaccinated very soon. We should be getting vaccinated come the end of this month, hopefully.
Fun. I can't bring myself to do it.
Well, we have a cruise coming up in October,
Okay.
late October. They said they are
Hmm.
still 100% going. The CDC
Yes.
says no one is allowed to sail until November 1st. Well, I
Yes.
called them and they said, well, screw it, we're still going, but you have to
Is it
have,
Carnival?
no, Carnival says they're still canceling everything. It's,
Well, Carnival is threatening to pull out of the United States ports because of the restrictions.
yes, I heard that.
They'll sail from elsewhere.
It's, Norwegian cruise.
Okay, yes, I have heard Norwegian said they're sailing and that's that.
Yeah, they are sailing. They don't care what the CDC says. They are going to do what they want. They just made the rule that stated you just got to get you just have to get the vaccine. If you get the vaccine and you
Yes.
have proof that you have the vaccine, you can come right on the boat.
Obviously, I, follow a lot of different travel companies with being a travel agent, and I know Royal Caribbean has a test group page on Facebook, and it said that that will be one of the requirements to be part of the beta testing group to resume cruising is to have your COVID passport.
Right. Um, Ours is not a normal cruise.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we like watching wrestling, pro wrestling. So it is a pro
I
wrestling
guess the
cruise.
is it the WWE cruise?
No, it is the Chris Jericho
Okay, I had seen
AEW
something about that.
cruise.
Okay, yes, I did see something about that.
It's WWE's competitor.
Okay, but I did see something about the Chris Jericho one
Um, he
too.
is actually one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So when I knew that he's been doing these cruises for a while now. For I think this is
Hmm.
his third cruise. Um, but because of COVID, it's been being pushed back. But he's been doing it. They've been
Yes.
very successful. And with us staying, they even said, look, because you're willing to stay and not refund, we're going to give you free
Hmm.
alcohol, free beer, free sodas.
Well, that's awesome.
You're going to get free photo ops. Usually you would have to pay.
Hmm.
There are paid photo ops on the
Yeah.
cruise, but they said, look,
Oh,
we're going
yeah.
to give you free photo ops because you're staying. So some of the wrestlers are dropping their payments,
Hmm.
and they're going to
Just so they can return.
yeah, and then they gave us a free upgrade as well. So we got
Oh,
upgraded
that's
from
awesome.
the lower tier, which is like that one room with nothing. Now we got a balcony and a one bed and everything.
Awesome.
So
Very
they
cool.
upgrade us just because we were willing to stay. And that's why I called them. I said, look, I'm not gonna leave. I'll get that vaccine if I have to. I'll do it
Hmm.
because I'm not missing out on this trip. This trip was pushed
Like you
back
are
from
not leaving me at the port.
this trip was supposed to be last February.
Yeah.
Never happened because of that's when the cruise lines started going down before we actually shut down our country completely.
Yes.
Um, so they pushed it back to October of last year. Then it got pushed back again to this October. So I said, look, I'm not leaving. I spent over $2,000 on this. Um, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. No, I agree. I have
And
tickets to see Jeff Dunham, and we were supposed to have been able to see him last July, and then they moved it from July to November, and then in November they moved it to July 17th of this year, or July 23rd of this year, something like that.
right.
And I got an email last week saying they moved it to November of this year now.
Well,
But then I was following his Facebook page, and he's got performances, I think, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, coming up in July of this year.
oh, nice. I like Jeff
But they
Dunham.
can't come to Indiana. Yes.
I love Jeff Dunham. I love his stuff. Um, the one thing I'm worried about is I know that a lot of them have rescheduled to July. I have a
Hmm.
concert on July 31st, which is Green Day,
Uh-huh.
Fall Out Boy, and Weezer up in Jacksonville.
I love them.
Yes, I have been.
Jacksonville, that's where Jeff Dunham's at.
Yes, I heard
Like he's from Fort
Jacksonville.
Lauderdale, but yeah.
Well, that's my fear is that they might. They said as of right now they're not canceling it. They said they were given confirmed that they can do it. Um,
Yeah.
so my tickets haven't been refunded to me because they said, but it still says reduce social distancing. So
Hmm.
I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe if we go there and our tickets are still available, maybe they put us up closer to the front. Um,
Maybe.
I know that when we went to the Zach Brown concert when we were living in New York, we got there so
Uh-huh.
early for the concert. They actually gave us front row stage tickets.
Awesome.
We had to stand the entire concert, but we were
That's
literally
not
right
terrible.
on the stage where we were getting high fives and everything from the band.
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
that was the greatest experience of my life. I've never been able to do that once. So I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it again because my ears blew off
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
you're
It's very
literally
loud
right
up
next to
there.
the speakers.
I've been to a private, I want to say Jeff Dunham, a private Darius Rucker concert before, so we were all able to be right up there.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, the cruises are going to get interesting. Disney, I heard, is still not opening their cruises until I believe November was their first sale.
Hmm.
So
November is what I've been seeing. Yes.
yeah, so November is the what I'm hearing. We would like to go on the I think it's Wish next year is going out of
Hmm.
Louisiana, if I'm
Oh,
correct. I
cool.
think the Tangled one is going out of.
Yes. Yes, it's supposed to sail in 2022.
That's the one that we would like to go on. But we really want to go see New Orleans when it's finally open again.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're hoping there is a sale date during the week of Mardi Gras. So
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about trying to see if me and my wife can go to New Orleans during Mardi Gras week, but also go on the cruise right after, so we can experience both
Yeah.
things. I like
That would be
Cajun
nice.
food, so that's why I, I'm
I don't
I
like
love living
spicy.
down here in Florida because you get more Cajun food than you would up north.
I don't like spicy food. My body just can't tolerate it.
My body has stopped tolerating, but that's why I always have a what is it? Tums always on my side now.
Oh yeah, and it's not even like something Tums could handle. I just having surgery and everything, my body just can't process certain foods anymore. So I just get really sick from it.
Ooh, the construction of the um, Walt Disney Fantasy Railroad is continuing. It's
Hmm.
That's what's holding up this whole thing. That's why Tron's going to be knocked back to 2022. And then they said the temporary support removal continues at Tron as well.
Hmm.
So it's definitely that train that's causing the problems with them moving forward very quickly.
Well, that and I feel like I heard that they don't have some of the interior work done because of the shutdown.
Yeah, they. I know that.
Ooh, I just Googled Disney Wish and there it's the new ship and it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like the little Rapunzel design on the outside with her hair.
Hmm.
That one I like a lot. But
Yes.
I like to find out because they are saying both Tron and Guardians of the Galaxy are going to open up in 2022. But honestly,
Hmm.
I could see Tron open up in 2022, but I could see that Epcot opens up Guardians of the Galaxy in December
Possibly, yes.
because then they
Like
would
I can't
have
remember what the holdup was on that one.
same thing was
Okay.
the
Just not
pandemic
ready yet.
caused the construction
And see,
is
I
slow.
thought that even at Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Runaway, I
Yes.
thought that was all but done, and now they're saying it won't open until October.
Oh, it is
Like
done.
they had
It
this spring 21, and now they're saying October.
Yeah, it's coming out October 1st. That's the date that me and Megan had officially. We missed out. This is what pissed me off. We had Magic Kingdom opening day for October
Uh
1st.
huh.
I had to get rid of it because we needed the day for something else.
Yes.
Um, I was like, okay, you know what? No one's booking the first right now. It was like,
Uh huh.
literally, no one was booking it. All of a sudden, I was about to rebook it a couple days later, and all of a sudden, boom, something happened and people just started booking it like crazy. So I was like, all right, well, now I missed out on my opportunity. Then
Hmm.
when Disney
I
announced,
would just keep watching. They might,
this is what I'm gonna this is what how I found out we can go to Magic Kingdom on the first now. This is how I'm gonna explain it.
hmm,
So they announced that Ratatouille was opening on October 1st. Also rumored is Harmonious Fireworks Show is opening up on October 1st.
hmm,
So I was like, okay, well then screw it. I'm going to go book for the first Epcot so that I can get on Ratatouille. I can see what they're doing for the 50th over at Epcot because obviously there's probably going to be a new festival by then because the Flower
yeah,
Garden ends on July 5th. So
yes.
there's, I think, which one? I think Food and Wine is as then, I believe. They're bringing,
Food and Wine starts. There's no festival going on while we were there, and we're going to be there in July.
yeah, the festival ends on July 5th, the Flower Garden.
Yeah, Flower Garden ends July 5th, and the Taste of Epcot Food and Wine Festival starts July 15th,
Oh, so then that's probably going to go from July 15th to
November 20th.
okay, so that will be the festival at the time.
Hmm.
So what we noticed is we did this on Easter where we wanted to test it out to see if it was true. Now we have a
Yeah,
park pass. We can park hop anytime we want. But the
yeah.
the park has to be open.
Hmm.
Well, we went home. We had our Easter dinner, and
Yeah,
we were like, you know what? We don't want to stay home. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to watch. We already watched all our Easter movies with Disney Rabbits the day before.
yeah.
So we were actually watching Zootopia as we were eating dinner. So we watched that too. So we're like, why don't we just go to Disney again and see if we could park hop? Now, I was like, all right, well, let me go check and see if anything's open. It was still
Yeah.
gray, meaning everything was taken. I said, you know what?
Uh-huh.
Let's go test out the theory. If they were only saying that to encourage people not to park hop if it's gray. So we wanted to test
Hmm.
the theory that no, annual pass holders really do get more of the special um, privileges. So we went to Animal Kingdom just to see if we could get in. Scanned
Yeah.
our bands, boom, we're in.
Awesome.
And I'm like,
Um,
wow, this is crazy. So we went on one ride. We headed over to Epcot to go to the night two of the concert. We're like, let's go see if this works. We got into Epcot. So I'm
yeah.
thinking annual
That's pretty
pass
cool.
holders, even if the parks are still considered gray, can still go park hop because we're
Hmm.
paying for it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, okay, if the Harmonious is not coming out on October 1st, but Ratatouille is, we'll go to Ratatouille during the daytime, we'll go to Epcot during the daytime, and then at night we'll eat, we'll go out off property, we'll eat, and then we'll go to Magic Kingdom at night, so we
Yeah.
can still do the 50th festival festivities.
Yeah.
So that's what we thought we're gonna do. So I will be having a huge day on the 50th. That is definite.
Yes. Something I just saw, Vista Way apartment complex that Disney uses for the Disney College program.
Yes.
They are selling the apartment complex.
They are
They
making them
just
an.
built the Flamingo Way.
Yeah, I heard that they're building them a new one.
Yeah, they are building one that can hold 3 times the amount of people.
Right.
And
And it's going to have the filtration with the AC and all that other stuff so that
yes,
they can come back
Flamingo
safely.
Crossing Village Apartments is where all the tenants were moved to. So they moved all their people and then are selling that build or selling Vista Way now.
Yeah, they're doing
So
that. And what was it? They're supposed to be coming back. The the Disney College
college
program.
program?
They're supposed to be coming back at the end of this year. So
Interesting.
that's gonna
So
that's
summer or the next school year?
I believe they said fall.
Okay, so they'll be coming back like August, September-ish.
Yeah, I
Then
heard
colleges
that.
start going
I
back.
heard Bob was made the announcement that he's trying hard to get them to come back for the fall because he
That was
knows
always a pretty cool program.
he knows that he needs. I hate to say this to you, and I hate to say this to any other um, Disney college program. I love the Disney program. I love them. I think they're great people and all that. But in Bob's
Hmm.
mind, in his head, it's just basically free labor for him for the 50th
Yeah, or at
because he
least cheap,
knows
very, very cheap labor.
he can get them for cheap. He knows he can get them to work basically all the hours because they do most of the hours compared to the regular full timers. Because Disney programmers, if the Disney college programmers on the holidays,
Yeah.
they are 90% of them of the workers at the parks on the holidays are college program.
Oh yeah.
And I know this because they would make the regular full time who are not college program, they would make them do the morning shift and the afternoon shift, and then the college program people would come in mostly in the afternoon and nights. They would work the
Hmm.
basically the crap uh, hours. So
Yes.
and they'll make them do it because they're getting college credits off it. So
Oh, yeah. They're
I
getting
don't I
college
don't like
credit and
saying that because I know that the Disney program college program does a lot of good things and I really enjoy it. I never had the opportunity to do it, but from everyone I've spoken to, they love it. And
hmm.
I could not be more happier for them to finally come back. But you
Yeah.
got to think rationally and you got to think in Bob's mind, it's it's definitely for free labor, cheap
Yeah.
labor.
Oh yeah.
So, because he knows that right now they're having a problem to rehire people back, mostly because of some people still from overseas can't come back. So that's one.
Hmm.
Two, I am still, I did reapply for a different position just to see like again
Okay.
because I had to get in contact with someone because I'm still on furlough and I would like to know what's taking them so long to bring me back. So
Yeah,
I
lots of people got called back last week.
yeah. So I said, look, I'll just reapply. I'll ask them a question during the interview and say, hey, what's the deal with me coming back? Because if I can get into this position faster, I'll just take this.
Yeah.
And I applied for the DVC. I
Uh-huh.
applied for back to the security again. Right now, they're only looking for part time. So I said, you know what? If I have to go back to security and do part time, I'll do part time. And I believe the other one, there was one more, but I forgot what it was. Um,
Hmm.
hold on. It was DVC. That one I really want to do, the DVC, because I have gone to, you get to work inside the, what do you call it? Inside the hotels or resorts or inside the parks and help them get
Uh-huh.
their um, what is it? Help them get their dream vacation.
Concierge.
What was it?
The concierge.
Yeah, it helps them get their. It's basically help them because they get it for 30. I think it's 30 years, I believe now that you get to have the property. So,
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The DVC desk at the resorts.
well, they also have them in the parks too. But I have it
Yeah.
right here. I applied for security DVC. Oh, and the full-time bus driver.
I was going to
So
ask, have you tried for a bus driver?
I have applied for those three. I'm waiting on. Two of them said they received the application. One is under review, which is the DVC. So I feel
Uh-huh.
like that one is going to be coming sooner than the other two. Um,
Yeah.
and the DVC
I
is,
think being a bus driver would be fun.
they have the best union on Disney property. I will not, I will say that they got the best union. They got the best pay. So that's one
We
of
have
the,
just always had some really good bus drivers, and they do, trivia and just make the ride fun.
oh yeah, I love the one Christmas that they started on the speaker just singing Christmas music, and we all had to sing along.
That's hilarious. Then we
So
had one who um, we've had a few that did Disney trivia, and he told me I wasn't allowed to answer any more questions. He's like, you gotta let other people have a chance.
yeah, that's when you know too much about Disney, they they tell you, okay, you're good, you know too much, you got an A+. Let other
It's
people
like,
in the
okay, you did
class.
it. Good job.
So
Well, I have the Secrets of the Magic or Secrets of Disney World or Secrets of the Magic Kingdom book that I had gotten on Amazon. And it's one of those reference type, books where you don't just sit down and read it just to read it.
right.
In the book, my husband stuck a little note in there and it said, if you made it to this page, you have a problem. It was like 3/4 of the way through the book, and
I am
it was
actually
just a little slip
trying.
of paper.
The new book that's coming out. It's the Disneyland one. Um,
Uh huh.
it's brand new. It's coming out. It's Secrets of Disneyland. That's coming out,
Ooh.
and it's got all of some of Walt's secrets that are
Uh
finally
huh.
now coming out to the public. So
Yes.
I'm try that comes out I think in July. So I'm looking
Okay.
forward. I'm looking forward to get that. I'm trying to get the hard. I just bought the pre-order hard copy off Amazon. So I'm really looking forward
Awesome.
to seeing that, to see some more secrets that no one knew.
Yes. I am notorious for random Disney trivia. So.
Yeah, same here. But I think we've rambled on long enough. Um, we are
Yeah, I'm
go.
running out of things to talk about.
We will try to get more podcasts out. Unfortunately, like I said at the beginning of the show, it's very hard. There are other YouTubers, there are other podcasters, all trying to figure out some stuff to do to keep their shows running. And Disney's
Keep
keeping a
it
lot of
relevant
stuff.
and fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, and before you go, speaking of the Disney Wish, I posted on our Facebook page, our Facebook group,
Okay.
um, some of the new artwork for the bow of the Disney Wish
What
ship. Just
the
got
mini
came
bow?
through to Captain Minnie. Yes, yes,
I
the
I,
Captain Minnie bow.
I saw that.
Yeah, I just posted it on our Facebook page so that it's out there for the world to see.
Yes, anybody who would like to join the Facebook group, it is now going, I believe, next week. It is officially going public. It is no longer going to be a private group because Facebook is
Oh,
yep, Facebook is getting rid of private groups now.
that sucks.
So they let me know that our group will be going public, so anybody can join. It's just going to make it harder for us to delete anybody who, um,
So
well,
everybody just needs to behave.
yes. So if you like to join the Facebook group, just look up the Root of All Disney Facebook. It's got the picture of the castle on it, and you'll be able to join. Right now, I think it's still private, but if you do all the little questionnaires, um, we'll automatically accept you anyway. Um, but just keep it PG 13 is my limit. Anything more than
Behave so I don't have to delete anybody.
yeah, because me and Autumn are always on, so we're always there to make sure that it's all good. So
Keep it clean. People's children are in that group.
yes, so we will try to get you more information as it comes to us, and hopefully we won't go 3 months without another episode.
Yes. All
So,
right.
but we will all say goodbye and on till next time. Autumn, it's been great. I will
Onward
chat with
and
you
upward.
later.
Second starts the right.
Yes.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye bye.